children, we hope you're all okay and have had a great week doing all of your activities all about Detective Dog. So this week we're going to read another story and it is called A Squash and a Squeeze, and it was written by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Scheffler. A little old lady lived all by herself, with a table and chairs and a jug on the shelf. A wise old man heard her grumble and grouse. "There's not enough room in my house. Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your hen," said the wise old man. "Take in my hen? What a curious plan." Well, the hen laid an egg on the fireside rug and flapped around the room, knocking over the jug. The little old lady cried, "What shall I do? It was pokey for one and it's tiny for two. My nose has a tickle and there's no room to sneeze. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your goat," said the wise old man. "Take in my goat? What a curious plan." Well, the goat chewed the curtains and trod on the egg, and then sat down to nibble the table leg. The little old lady cried, "Glory be! It was tiny for two and it's titchy for three. The hen pecks the goat and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your pig," said the wise old man. "Take in my pig? What a curious plan." So she took in her pig, who kept chasing the hen and raiding the larder again and again. The little old lady cried, "Stop, I implore. It was titchy for three and it's teeny for four. Even the pig in the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your cow," said the wise old man. "Take in my cow? What a curious plan." Well, the cow took one look and charged straight at the pig, then jumped on the table and tapped out a jig. The little old lady cried, "Heavens alive! It was teeny for four and it's weeny for five. I'm tearing my hair out, I'm down to my knees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take them all out," said the wise old man. "But then I'll be back where I first began." So she opened the window and out flew the hen. "That's better, at least I can sneeze again." She shooed out the goat and she shoved out the pig. "My house is beginning to feel pretty big." She huffed and she puffed and she pushed out the cow. "Just look at my house, it's enormous now." "Thank you, old man, for the work you have done. It was weeny for five and it's gigantic for one. There's no need to grumble and there's no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house." And now she's full of frolics and fiddly-dees. Isn't a squash and a squeeze? Yes, she's full of frolics and fiddly-dees. It isn't a squash or a squeeze. That was a lovely story, children. So this week we've got a few tasks for you to do based on the book, A Squash and a Squeeze. So the first task for this week is, how many animals lived in the house at different points in the story? How many eyes did they all have? How many legs and how many tails? Task 2. Can you design a larger house for the old lady and all of the animals to live in? Task 3. Can you make a new page for the book where the old lady invites another animal into her house. Task 4, can you draw a picture of the old lady and all of the animals squashed in the same house? So you could design a house. You could do different things around it. You might want to do a tree. You might want to put all the animals in different windows. And the last task, I'm going to upload this to our website, is a word search, and it has got all different words in from the story. If you can't print it out and fill it out at home, maybe you could use the words from the story and create your own word search for somebody else in your family to fill out. Keep sending all of your work into the school's Facebook page and Twitter. We love seeing all of the work that you've done. Remember to stay safe and have a lovely week.